Hi, today I want to talk about how I made two little games with my friends, Asha, a concept artist, and Axel, a programmer. Except we switched up our roles and also kinda did whatever. First, we have Fright Lights. It's a 20-second long game where shadow monsters approach a village from all sides. You have to click on lights to keep them away, otherwise they'll kill people. There are 3 different endings depending on how many people you're able to save. We made this for the 20-second game jam, which was appealing to us because it's very beginner friendly and chill with a long timeline. We spent the first day coming up with the idea, and we also made Axel's fiancée Emma pick a theme for us because we suffer from really bad indecision. Then we browsed a lot of Pinterest, and here are some images we were really inspired by. Asha did most of the programming, and Axel designed/modeled/textured the monsters, complete with cool particle effects and mesmerizing eyes. I made the music, and I really have no idea what I'm doing with music, but I tried to pick noises that sounded cold. I also storyboarded what the gameplay would look like and wrote all the in-game text. Writing and music are things I struggle with, so I wanted to use this jam as a chance to practice those skills. But as the jam went on, we definitely just filled roles wherever they were needed. For example, Asha drew up illustrations for the ending cards, and Axel made these shaders for snow and a bouncy effect. I worked on the set, trying to get it close to this concept video, and I also got to make this scribble texture with oil pastels in real life, which was really fun and I think adds a lot to the look. In the end, we had a cute little game which only takes 20 seconds to play. Then we experienced life for a few months before we decided, hey, let's make another game. This time we signed up for Comfy Jam Spring, another super chill game jam. And honestly, it took us a whole week to come up with the idea. All we knew from the beginning was that we wanted something to do with dandelions and or clovers. The limitation set by the jam was that our game had to have a seamless loop, and I found this to be a pretty tricky limitation because I didn't want to make a game that felt repetitive. We went to a board game cafe to do research and brainstorm and eat donuts. It was there that Axel suggested, hey, Mario Kart has loops, which birthed our idea for a racing game. Of course, we had so many different ideas for characters and obstacles and items and enemies, but because we live in reality, we had to make the most pared down version of our game possible. So in Dandy 500, you are a dandelion in a car driving in circles. You can collect sunshine as you drive and drop dandelion seeds to make a dandelion patch that gives you a speed boost. Asha used the Godot vehicle system to create our car, and I made some clover and grass assets they used to dress around the scene. Axel worked on a lot of shaders and particle effects to make everything come to life. There's a lot more that we all worked on, but it would be boring if I just listed it off, so here's some IP footage of everything starting to come together. It's pretty satisfying to see our little prototype improve bit by bit. Finally, Axel made this customization screen where you can make a little dandy Sona, and Asha added a bunch of face variations. I made an animation of the dandelion spinning at the end of each lap so you can actually see the face in-game. Although it has some bugs, I think our game is super cute, and we've all agreed we'd be down to improve it in the future. I do think that making these small projects with friends is one of the best things I could be doing right now. Lately, I have this near constant frantic feeling that I'm not doing enough and I haven't made enough things. I have this ideal version of myself that sits in my room and just grinds out my own art projects. But the reality is that I spend my free time doom scrolling and feeling burnt out and don't actually do the things I wanted to do. Taking these projects on with friends forces me into accountability and motivation, and most importantly, it turns the end result into a good memory. It's something I can look at fondly knowing it was a fruit of our combined efforts. I think after being burned by group projects in the past, I'm often tempted to just say I'll do everything myself, but working on games like these reminds me of the value of teamwork and collaboration and enjoying the process. I hope I can make a lot more games with my friends in the future, and I hope you make something with your friends too.